Have you ever seen such a crazed swarm of bees? Seeing the danger, Duck used a flower pot as a shield. Worried for his safety, he decided to reinforce the protection with a cork. Toby saw things spiraling out of control, but he was too late to stop it. All he could do was resign himself to fate. Then Toby found a cactus spine cluster. Without hesitation, he picked the biggest one and shoved it into his rear, then launched an attack again. It turned out Toby's goal was to collect more pollen. An idea hit him. He thought to use a bucket to carry the pollen. However, the load was too heavy for him to fly, so he decided to head back the same way he came. Soon he returned to his hive. The hive had been converted from the fuel tank of an old tractor. The next second, he emptied the pollen into the tank. Honey began flowing out of the oil filter. Toby was ecstatic. He immediately set out on another gathering mission. On the way he met Duck. They quickly became embroiled in a fierce fight. Duck wasn't satisfied with just tasting the honey. Toby, outmatched by size, couldn't hold his ground. When the bee tried to leave, Duck came up with a plan. If he could find the hive, he could get more honey. Following the plan, Duck began searching, but Toby discovered his trail. Without hesitation, he tossed the pollen bucket aside, pretending nothing had happened, and hurried off. The next moment, he tried to camouflage himself with flowers, but Duck saw through it at a glance. Enraged, Toby struck Duck's hand hard, forcing him to pause momentarily. But Duck wasn't about to give up so easily. He went and grabbed an ink box. Changing tactics, Toby, unsuspecting, walked into the trap, unknowingly leaving his footprints behind. Duck was satisfied with his own plan. He used a magnifying glass to track the trail, but by the time he realized he'd been deceived, he turned and fled. Toby used 2 bamboo sticks to fool Duck. He thought everything was over, but Duck still had another trick up his sleeve. He made fake petals out of tape and placed a tracking string on them. He replaced a real petal with the fake one. As soon as Toby arrived, his plan was falling into place. Duck eagerly gave chase again. What he didn't expect was that he'd walked right into Toby's trap. Toby snapped off a branch with a bee sting, then hid and watched the show unfold. /.